Hey, Kevin.
You always run your own meetings, it seems like.
Yep, no, I got it.
It doesn't need me.
Excellent, excellent. Um, I'm sure the team would have liked to have gone into the playoffs on a winning streak, having demonstrated consistency, whatever that means exactly. After yesterday, where do you sort of get the confidence that that the team could string together playoff victories?
I mean, it didn't go anywhere. I mean, that was a war. It was a tough game. Um, there's obviously things we can clean up in that game, but you take the confidence not through one game, you take it through the whole 17 game season. So, kind of what I've talked about with you guys before. You don't ride the roller coaster on, confidence, emotions, anything like that. You don't go up and down. You stay steady. So you take your whole 17 game season and pick out the good stuff, take the bad stuff, correct it. No different, So sorry.
And then specifically yesterday on both sides of the ball, the Rams came out strong, and then things went different in the second half and overtime. What changed on your side of the ball, at least?
Yeah, no, it's just little things here and there, a little breakdown technique on certain plays. And just everyone's got to lock in and just a little bit more, and not specifically any one person. Everyone's got to do it. This is a team sport, so that's what everyone has to do. But we watched it. We saw what we need to correct. We're gonna get back on the practice field. We got an extra day, so that's it's only good for us. And then we're gonna correct the things that need to be corrected, and move on.
Mm-hmm. Thank
We're
you.
in the playoffs. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Let her rip, Stu.
Hey, Rob, what was it like having Cam Akers back and kind of working him back into the offense? Obviously, he wasn't heavily involved yesterday, but what was it like having him back out there and involved?
Yeah, it was great. It's always good to see Cam. You were heartbroken for the guy at the beginning of the season, but he's worked his butt off and to get back and healthy and looking good. And we're only looking forward for more good things. I mean, he's a heck of a player, and obviously we got to be better up front to give him clean holes and everything like that. But that's beside the point. It was really good to see Cam, and he's earned everything he's gotten right now. He was working pretty hard.
Thank you.
Yep. Jordan?
Hey, Rob. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher gurgling in the background, first and foremost. For you guys, having a lot of success in that really physical running game over the last, 4 or 5 weeks or so. And then obviously, as you said, it was a total war up front for you guys yesterday as well. But what do you think maybe happened in that regard, that you guys weren't maybe as efficient as you'd been in the past with that run game?
In certain plays, certain areas, we gave up some penetration that was not how we want to get it done. And it's just little breakdowns of technique or something like that. And whether or not we adjusted well enough during the game after it happened 1 or 2 times. But it's like I said, it's tough. It's hard to run the ball in the NFL, and it takes a collective effort. And so we got to get back out on that practice field. Take this film, correct it, and apply it on the practice field. So that's the only thing we can do.
So is it fair to say, or would you characterize yesterday as a bit of an outlier in that regard? Like, are these things you think they are fixable?
Oh, sure, everything's fixable. I mean, it's hard to run the ball in the NFL. It's hard to play in the NFL. The NFL's tough, but everything's fixable. It really is. It's going to take a little bit more adjustment, a little bit more tuned in to kind of what we got to do. I'm confident, at least with our group up front, line room all day, that we got the guys to go and get this thing figured out and go in strong.
And then one more for me. I think it was the fourth quarter. we're up high, obviously watching. It looked like you got rolled up on pretty good after one of the plays. It was before one of the sacks. Did you get hurt? Are you okay? Are you healthy heading into this week?
Yep, good. Appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Jordan. What's up, Gary?
What are your recollections of each of the times that you've played Cardinals this season, in terms of maybe what you guys did well, what you guys struggled with?
Well, the last game was a little tough because I was on my couch. But you know, it's just going to take our style of winning football and kind of what we alluded to, getting back and, you know, being physical in the run game and, you know, establishing that we can do both, run the ball and pass the ball, because that just makes it that much harder for a defense. And, you know, they've got a really good front, and, you know, they do a lot of good things well, and they got a lot of really good players. So it's, you know, I mean, we're just trying to play our best ball and do what we can.
Do you, I know there's been some talk that JJ Watt may come back for this game. Will you guys prepare as if he's going to play, or does it even matter who's on the other side?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it matters. You know, you want to get your film study done and, you know, kind of know certain moves and things like that. But, you know, I haven't, I guess, read the latest on his health or anything like that. But if there's a chance, then we're going to, you know, of course we're going to study, you know, kind of put him into our film study. You know, we're going to do that with anyone that we have an opportunity to play against, because, you know, it'd be pretty silly not to playing for someone, you know, not playing for someone and then there and have no idea what the heck's going on. So,
you know, you're part of the team that made a Super Bowl run in 2018. What has to, I mean, having been through that, and I know each game is its own story and one game at a time, but to make that kind of run, what do you think has to happen for you guys?
you know, Gary, you kind of nailed it on the head, because it is one game at a time. And I know how cliche and everything like that, you know, and you kind of brushed over it and you're like, I know it's one game at a time, blah, 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 coach speak, players speak. But, you know, there's a reason why that gets thrown around NFL locker rooms all the time, because that's the only way you can take it. If you start looking at a week ahead of you, you're going to miss what's in front of you. You know what I mean? You got to be where your feet are, whether it's, you know, the lift we just had, the meetings we just had, you know, recovery the next day, and you take it one day at a time. You take it one, especially in practice, you take it one rep at a time, and you just keep stacking good days and good days and good days till you get to the game. And then hopefully, you know, that body of work comes out and shows. And, you know, because there is no tomorrow now, you know, it's the playoffs. So it's, you know, you really just have to be focused on what you can. And at the end of the day, you know, when you put all your preparation in and you're confident in it, you know, you're not going to have any regrets no matter what happens. And that's the best thing about football. You know, it's, you know, you do the best you can, and, you know, get out there and whatever happens, happens.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Gary.